I've been unlocking Stardew Valley one tile at a time, paying for every single tile I walk on. Last episode, we started off year 5 with a bang, unlocking over 100 tiles to collect salmon berries, and taking our first real steps into the mines. In this episode, we set some new goals in the mines and achieved some long overdue upgrades for Tilly. Welcome to Tile Locked Valley, episode 6. Alright, welcome back. It's the last week of spring, and there is a lot to do to prepare for summer. We have our very first fully grown ancient fruit here, and although I could donate this to the community center to complete the rare crops bundle, I'm not gonna do that. Instead, I want to craft a seed maker so that we can create even more ancient seeds from it. We have plenty of coal now, but we don't have any gold ore, and we'll need 1 gold bar to craft it. So we're gonna head down to Clint's today and buy ourselves some gold. We of course will check all our trash cans on the way, and we can check the special orders board. 2 dozen eggs or a prismatic slime. I mean, technically it's possible for me to find the slime. Might as well take it. I haven't even found a regular slime yet, but you never know. Alright, let's buy our gold ore. 5 ores to make 1 bar. I'm also going to unlock this trash can by Clint's, since you can sometimes find ores and stuff like that in there. Oh, hey Abigail, how's it? Oh, where'd she go? Oh, hey Abigail, how's it going? Here, I brought you some honey. How'd you know I was hungry? Oh, I don't know, lucky guess? Definitely not because Tilly thinks about her all the time and talks to her every chance she gets. Definitely not that one. Alright, let's grab a piece of coal and start smelting our gold bar. While we wait for that, let's take a trip to the community center and drop off any bundle items we have. And to finish off our first boiler room bundle, a battery pack. Bundle complete. And for our reward, 2 more furnaces. Always nice to have for smelting more than 1 bar at a time. And speaking of smelting bars, let's talk about our goal for this episode. Last episode, we reached level 5 of the mines, and we did this by using staircases. We know that we'll need to get pretty deep in the mines to collect some of our remaining bundle items, but there are some pretty important unlocks and milestones along the way. And in this episode, I want to reach the next one, a sustainable source of copper ore, because my goal for this episode is to upgrade all of our tools to the next tier, the copper tier. To do this, we'll need to pick out a level in the mines to unlock a bunch of tiles on, just like we did for level 1, so that we can mine it over and over, but instead of collecting stone, we'll be collecting copper. I'll talk more about which level I've chosen when we get closer to it, but for now, all you need to know is that we need lots more stone to make lots more staircases. Now, I know you can also just buy stone from Robin, and we even already have her shop unlocked, but starting in year 2, stone costs 100 gold each to buy, giving each staircase a price tag of nearly 10,000 gold. I couldn't afford buying staircases right now even if I wanted to. Oh, we got a gem rock for our first ruby. That's the first gem rock I've found here on level 1, so they must be pretty rare. Now that I already have a tile on level 2, I can start checking it each time I find a ladder, just in case there's something I can reach. I won't be unlocking any more tiles there, however, since there are much better places to spend those tiles for the things I'm after. Another ladder. And there's a slime down there, but I don't think we're gonna be able to reach him. Psst, hey, come over here, little guy, I'm not gonna hurt you. Slimes are famously very bad at telling when you're lying, but I think this guy's onto us. Pretty successful day here on level 1. We got 100 stone, just over 1 whole staircase. And another way of thinking about this is that we just saved ourselves 10,000 gold by collecting that stone. Which, if a penny saved is a penny earned, means we just made 10,000 gold in 1 day by breaking rocks. More money than we can currently make in a day by any method we have available. There may come a day when we are rich enough to spend cash on stone rather than gather it ourselves, but that day is not today. Speaking of making money, I want to introduce the first ever sponsor for this channel, Boot.dev. Boot.dev is an online platform for learning software development, and the whole process is designed to make learning actually fun. As you complete lessons, you earn XP, level up, open chests for loot, all while learning critical skills for being a back-end developer. Now, I haven't mentioned this on the channel before, but outside of making these YouTube videos, I'm a professional software engineer, and I was intrigued by what the guys at Boot.dev had built, so I checked it out myself, and I gotta say, it's pretty cool. Going through the lessons is a ton of fun, and the material they have on there is solid. You can learn Python, Go, SQL, as well as how to actually apply them with hands-on projects. This would have been an amazing tool when I was first getting started in software development. If you're looking to get into this as a career, or just to learn programming as a hobby, or maybe you just want to do freelance work like Sebastian, this might be one of the best ways to get started. All the course content is free to read and watch, and there's a 30-day refund policy. And if you do want to sign up for the full experience, you can get 25% off the entire year by scanning the QR code on the screen and using code FUNGUS. Thank you to Boot.dev for sponsoring, and now back to Tilly. All right, our gold bar is ready, so we can grab our coal and our wood and make ourselves a seed maker. There we go. We can just plop that on the ground here and put our ancient fruit in. This will give us 1, 2, or 3 seeds, or just some mixed seeds if we're really unlucky. So let's see what we get. 2 seeds, okay, pretty good. We can grab some deluxe speed grow and plant these right next to the first one. I'm just gonna keep planting all the coffee beans I get until I'm back to the full number of crops I had when I was planting potatoes. Then we can water all our crops and go back to the mines. Nice makeup. Or wait, are you even wearing any? No, Tilly doesn't wear makeup. She doesn't need to with this gorgeous garbage can hat. Oh, Abigail, here, I got this daffodil for you. Dang it, so close. Just finished another day of breaking rocks and got 52 more stone for the collection. And that's level 3 mining achieved. We can't make miner's treats, but each level reduces the amount of energy each swing of the pickaxe costs. Alright, we just planted all the coffee beans we'll be planting this year, which means from here on out, the rest are pure profit. Cricket's got a little gift for us here, a shrimp. That's very nice, thank you, Cricket. Abigail, you're not slipping away this time. Here is your daffodil. You're welcome. Another productive trip to the mines for 76 more stone. Our days are starting to get cut short by lack of energy rather than time, so I think I need to find some things to munch on while I'm mining. We've got a couple things lying around here, so now I can eat these and get back to breaking rocks. We still have a couple roots left and ended the day with another 74 stone for the collection. Ooh, another purple mushroom. We just need 1 more to complete the wild medicine bundle. Been working on that one for a long time. So another thing I can do with coffee beans is make coffee. We can sell the gold and silver star beans and keep the plain ones to turn a little extra profit. I do need more food sources, and another easy one I've got lying around are these tree seeds, which can be crafted into field snacks. Field snacks aren't particularly sustainable since I don't get enough tree seeds to eat more than maybe 1 per day, but they'll do for now. Ooh, a bug on level 1. And a mystery box, that's nice. And another gemstone for our first emerald. Sweet. All right, let's call it there. 169 stone today. A new record. I think common mushrooms may be my best sustainable source of food right now. They have a pretty high energy to sell price ratio, meaning of all the food sources I have available, the opportunity cost of eating them rather than selling them is the most in my favor. And I usually get a few every 2 days without spending any energy or money. I should have been doing this weeks ago. Time for a trip down to the traveling cart merchant. Large brown egg. Don't we need that for the animal bundle? Yes, we do. Oh my god, we've gotten 4 of these from the traveling merchant so far. We might honestly get them all at this rate. Let's buy that. 5 scorpion carps? Oh, scorpion carp. This could save me a decent chunk of tiles if I end up needing it. I think I'm gonna get it. I guess I won't be using that scorpion carp I bought after all. Nice try, traveling merchant. Not falling for that one again. Tilly's definitely not just standing around awkwardly waiting for Abigail to walk over. No, definitely not. Oh, that's even more awkward. She doesn't want any more of your flowers, Tilly. Leave her alone. All right, back to the mines. Another day, another 120 stone. Another Sunday trip down to the traveling merchant, and pretty much nothing. It's also the last day of spring, and the last thing that I need to do to prepare for summer is plant a pomegranate tree. These fruit during fall, but take a whole season to mature, so I should plant it now. I'll need this to get the pomegranate that I need for the Enchanter's bundle. Alright, there's not a lot of places I can actually plant this since it needs a bit of empty space around it. I think I'll plant it here. The grass doesn't prevent the tree from growing, but does prevent other things from spawning there that would prevent it from growing. Alright, one more trip to the mines, and then it's summer. You guys want to see the smuggest slime in the world? Well, there he is. Look at him over there, all safe and happy. Speaking of feeling happy, I recently found out that only a third of you watching right now are subscribed. So if you're enjoying the content, consider subscribing to see more. It would make Tilly very happy. We got another 105 stone today. Things are looking good for summer. Alright, it's summer. We got our second ancient fruit to turn into more seeds. Into the seed maker you go. Let's see what we get. 1 seed. Well, you can't always be lucky. We'll stick that right there, and another deluxe speed grow. Alright, let's swing by Pierre's. We have a couple crops we'll need to plant for our summer crops bundle. Oh, hi Abigail. Here's your bi-weekly flower. Then if I could just squeeze by you here. Alright, 1 tomato, 1 blueberry, 1 hot pepper. We also need some hops. I'm gonna buy 4. We need some of those hops for the wild medicine bundle, as well as for the pale ale and the brewer's bundle, but they're also a very affordable option for food. Like the common mushrooms, they have a very high energy to sell price ratio, and they regrow every day once they've matured. So we'll be able to get a bunch of these stacked up by the end of summer to supplement our field snack and mushroom diet. The quest board, once again, has 2 quests I can't do. You've got a nice tan going. Nice try, Alex. Tilly's heart already belongs to another. Alright, let's get these crops planted and then we can get back to business in the mines. God, these slimes just love teasing me. Another trip down, another 117 stone. I've still been chopping down the trees that grow here every day to get more foraging XP. Still no level 8 foraging. Time for the daily dumpster dive. Ooh, got our first ore from Clint's garbage can. 4 copper ore. Pretty nice. There are a few fish we'll need during summer, and pufferfish can only be caught during a few hours in the middle of the day. So let's go see if we can get that right now. Red mullet and a treasure chest. Tuna. And there's our pufferfish. Excellent. Alright, it's time for everyone's favorite part of each day, breaking rocks. Another day, another 144 stone. Number go up and Tilly is happy. Alright, time for bed. Whoops, wait. Just unlocked a really useless tile there. It's actually been a really long time since I've unlocked a tile by complete accident. I guess we can consider that streak ruined. Ooh, we got our 5th and final purple mushroom. We can finally complete the wild medicine bundle once our hops are grown. Been working on that bundle since like episode 3. We still need to keep an eye out for forageables this season, like that sweet pea over there. It's still pretty early in the season though, and that one is way too far away. We'll need to get one of those as well as a spiceberry and a grape at some point. Let's check this garbage can again, see if we can get some more ore. Are you joking? I just got another garbage can hat. That's 2 now. Well, at least you know it's meant to be. Alright, back to the mines. Ooh, found some copper here on level 2. That's nice. Oh, and that's level 4 mining. Can't complain about that. I found a ladder here on level 2, which means I get to go down to level 3 for the first time in a while. Although there's nothing here. Alright, we got 183 stone today. That's definitely a new record. That's gonna put us past 1,000 stone in total now. So let's talk about where in the mines we're going and how much stone we need to get there. As I mentioned before, I want to get to a level in the mines where I can repeatedly mine copper in order to upgrade my tools this episode. But I haven't actually picked out which level this is going to be, so it's time to do that now. There are a few criteria that need to be met by this level, so let's break it down. The first and most obvious is that there needs to be a decent chance of finding copper ore. This is actually pretty easily met though, since copper is found pretty much everywhere in the first 40 levels of the mines. So honestly, nearly any level will do. Second, this level needs to be easily accessible. Just like I've been doing with level 1 to collect stone, I want to enter this level, mine what I want from it, then head back up to the top and repeat. In order to do this quickly and efficiently, the level needs to be easily accessible from the elevator. So either a level with an elevator directly on it, or a level just after one of the elevator levels that always has a ladder. The final criterion has to do with a bundle item that I'll need to get this season, and that's summer squash. Now you might be thinking, how is this related to mining? Don't you find summer squash seeds in seed spots that spawn randomly around the valley? Well, you're right, but I haven't found any seed spots in weeks, and I'm worried I might not find one. So I want a backup plan. And that backup plan is breaking open the crates and barrels found in the mines. Crates and barrels have a pretty big drop table for what they might contain with some pretty useful items, and on that list is a 2% chance to drop the seasonal raccoon seeds, which for summer is summer squash. So I want to find a level that has a decent chance of having crates and barrels as well. All of these criteria and more led me to choose level 21. It's pretty small, which means I won't need many tiles unlocked to reach everything. The level above it has an elevator and a guaranteed ladder, so it's plenty accessible, and it's got crates, barrels, copper ore, weeds for fiber, and plenty of monsters. Everything that you can find in the first 30 levels of the mines can be found right here. To reach level 21, we'll need to go down 16 more levels, which means 16 staircases, minus the 2 guaranteed ladders at level 10 and 20, which gives us our final staircase goal for the episode, 14 staircases, which takes just under 1,400 stone, so we're close. We should be able to get all the stone we need with just a couple more days in the mines, but I am still going to keep looking around for seed spots just in case I can find one before then. Ooh, we got our first forageable of the season, a sweet pea. We'll take that. Now, I would go mining today, but I actually have enough copper right now to start our first upgrade, and I'm going to upgrade our pickaxe. So let's start smelting some bars. Alright, there's our 5th bar, so let's see if we can get to Clint's before he closes. And nope, he's closed. Just a little too late. We can buy our ice cream though, we need that for the children's bundle. Alright, might as well go mining. We'll upgrade our pickaxe tomorrow. There's a spice berry over there, but I'm gonna hold out for a closer one. Alright, just a short trip to the mines today, 31 more stone. Happy Friday, everyone. Time for our field trip to the traveling cart. Let's see what she's got. Oh my god. Spring onion. This is the last spring forageable we need and would be a huge tile expense otherwise, since you can only get them at the south end of the forest. That is super lucky. We will absolutely take that. I'm also going to start buying some rare seeds for fall. I hadn't been buying them before because I had that whole berry picking fiasco last episode and wanted to keep as much cash on me as I could, but they're actually very profitable to plant. Alright Clint, I'm here on time today, so let's start our first upgrade for the episode. 1 copper pickaxe please. I'll be back in 2 days to collect. In the meantime, I guess I can catch a tilapia for the ocean fish bundle, and there it is. Alright, I actually have a bunch of items for the community center, so let's go drop these off. And the spring foraging bundle, our reward, spring seeds. And the children's bundle, our reward, 3 battery packs. Alright, it's a rainy day today, so while we wait for our pickaxe, we'll hunt for forageables and then go fishing. Ooh, finally, just hit level 8 foraging from clearing some moss off a tree. Robin's in need of a spice berry. Me too, Robin, me too. Oh, there's a grape here, but it's actually much farther away than it looks, since I'd have to go around these bushes to get it. I think I'll pass. Oh, yep, here's a grape for free. Good call, Tilly. Alright, let's go fishing. I need to catch a red snapper while it's raining. Red mullet, red mullet, red mullet, red mullet. You're not going to believe this, it's a red mullet. And that is the 6th red mullet in a row. Right color, wrong fish. Aha! There it is, red snapper. By the way, if you're curious about what my fishing collection looks like, here it is. I haven't really been trying to fill this out, but making some decent progress just trying to finish the bundle fish. And that is the ocean fishing bundle complete. Our reward? 5 warp totems to the beach. Probably will never use those. We got level 8 foraging today, unlocked some new recipes, and of course, +1 berries per bush, which will come in handy during blackberry season. My copper pickaxe is ready today. Let's swing by the traveling cart and then we'll go pick that up. Nothing terribly interesting, but we will buy another rare seed. Alright, it's time. Copper pickaxe acquired. 1 upgrade down, 2 to go. I don't have enough copper for any more, so let's get to the mines and see if we can hit 1400 stone and get to level 21. These big boulders take 6 hits now instead of 8, but these silvery gray rocks I can now break in 1 hit instead of 2, which is a huge difference. The copper pickaxe is a pretty big upgrade for gathering stone. Ooh, come here little guy. Yes, he fell for it. That's 1 more slime. Got another gemstone, let's see what we get. Amethyst. You might already know what Tilly's going to be doing with these. Alright, we have passed 1400 stone, so let's take the elevator down and get started. We can make all 14 staircases and begin our descent. Level 6, level 7, level 8, level 9, and level 10. We get our first treasure chest here, and of course a free ladder down. Let's see what we get. A femur. That's a level 2 club. Definitely better than our rusty sword. Got kind of a caveman aesthetic going on. That's kind of cool. Alright, then we can make our way to the ladder and head down to level 11. Level 12, level 13, level 14. Ooh, a free amethyst. Level 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, and 20 using our last staircase. We get our second treasure chest and another free ladder, and we get a magnet ring. That's actually very nice. We haven't had any magnetism this whole series, which would have been nice for a lot of things so far, so I will absolutely take that. Amazing. We'll also do some fishing here, but let's check out level 21 first. Here we are. We'll be unlocking a bunch of tiles here, but not today because it's already getting late, but I will get this amethyst real quick. Now I can take the elevator back down to 20, unlock a few tiles, and go back to 21 as much as I like. Alright, let's see if we can catch the ghost fish that we need for the community center real quick. This should be it. And there it is, 1 ghost fish. Alright, let's call it a day and we'll come back to get some copper tomorrow. We got another ancient fruit, into the seed maker with you, and let's see what we get. 3 this time, very nice. Alright, we can check the quest board, and nope, can't do either of those. Back to the mines we go. Let's see what awaits us on level 21. Here we go, we got some weeds, some rocks, our first crate for some copper ore. We can unlock more tiles for this barrel. I think we basically want to unlock tiles to reach everything on this level so that I can get all there is to get each time I come down here. We're mostly looking for copper ore, of course, but I'll also unlock tiles to get to any crates and barrels since I'm still hoping for some summer squash seeds too. Alright, let's head back up and come back down. We get a fresh level 21 to pick clean. Ooh, we got our first quartz here for free. We actually still needed that for the geologist bundle. The fire quartz we can only get past level 80, so that's a ways away. Oops, just went to level 1 out of habit. I've gone down that ladder probably 1,000 times, so it's a hard habit to break. Ooh, finally got our first ever combat level. We finally have no more level 0 skills. Alright, first day on level 21, we managed to get 15 copper ore, 26 fiber, and a whole bunch of other stuff too. Pretty sweet. Alright, back down we go. Oh, what's that? A spring shirt? Could it be time? Time for a new shirt? I think so. It may be summer, but can you go away? I'm trying to do something. It may be summer, but it's spring shirt season now. No, he ruined it. This is kind of a weird look we got going on, but Tilly likes to let fate decide her fashion choices, and I think this is a worthy milestone. Another day in the mine's down, and we got 17 more copper ore, which means tomorrow we upgrade another tool. The luau is tomorrow, and I think we should actually go to that. If you put something good in the potluck soup, you can get some free hearts with everyone in town, including our dear Abigail. Before we do that though, let's start our next upgrade. Let's do our copper axe, and we'll be back in 2 days for the last one. Alright, if we can catch a gold star or better sturgeon, then that'll give us maximum friendship from the luau potluck tomorrow. There's our sturgeon and its gold star. Let's hit the mines for our last bit of copper. Although, there's a spice berry over there, and I actually was thinking about unlocking the Adventurers Guild. We just need to kill 10 slimes to get let in there, and we only need one more. So let's go kill one more slime and then we'll unlock it. Easy peasy. Alright, let's unlock a path over this way. We can pick up our spice berry, and we even get 2 artifact spots along the way. Clay and a book. Alright, in we go. We'll unlock tiles to get to Marlin's shop here, and we can also unlock the monster eradication goals, and we might as well unlock some tiles to get to Gil as well. I won't be buying anything from the shop just yet, since I still have lots of treasure chests to open lower in the mines, but this will be good to have for the future. Alright, we have all the copper we need for our upgrades, so it's just a matter of getting them done now. We can drop off our spice berry, and we already have the grape, so we'll just need the 5 hops and we'll have completed the entire crafts room. Looks like it'll be the first whole room to be completed in Tile Locked Valley. We got our second batch of hops today, so we can drop those on our way to the luau. Then we have the wild medicine bundle, our reward, 2 cookout kits, and last but not least, the summer foraging bundle. Summer seeds. The Junimos are pretty happy about that. The crafts room has been restored, the first ever for the series. And of course, we get our very first star above the fireplace. 1 down, 5 more to go, and then our series goal will be achieved. Alright, here we are at the luau. We need to get to the potluck soup, so we'll need to unlock some tiles. We also need to talk to the mayor, so let's go around this way. Then we can add our sturgeon into the soup, and talk to the mayor to kick off the cutscene. And it's the best soup the governor's ever tasted. We'll get just under half a heart with everybody in town. Pretty nice. During the night, the Junimos will repair the bridge that leads to the quarry, but we won't be checking that out quite just yet. One more trip to the traveling cart, and just a rare seed. Alright, let's swing by Clint's and kick off our final upgrade for the episode. That is the copper axe achieved. And we can start our final copper upgrade, not including the copper trash can, the copper hoe. I think it's also time to treat ourselves to another upgrade, the final backpack upgrade. We now have all 3 inventory bars to fill up with useless junk as we see fit. And I think it's time I invested some tiles into the one person to whom Tilly's heart belongs. Here is your amethyst. I worked very hard to get that. I still haven't gotten my summer squash seeds, so let's go bust up some crates and barrels on level 21. Oh, there they are. 3 summer squash seeds. That is all we need. Let's plant those here, and that will be the last summer crop we need. Our second and third ancient fruits have fully grown. Wait, where is my rare crow? I had it right here next to the ancient fruits, and now it's gone. How long have these been sitting unprotected? We gotta fix that. Alright, I made a scarecrow, which isn't too bad now that I can get fiber from the mines. I'm still not really sure what happened to my rare crow though. Fungus from the future here. I looked through my footage to figure out what happened. On the 9th day of summer, I went to bed and it was still there, but on the 10th, it had been replaced with a rock, evidently having spread from the rock right next to it. I didn't know this could even destroy placed objects like this, and I definitely didn't know you wouldn't be able to pick it up off the ground afterward. So, rest in peace, Snowman Rare Crow. You will be missed. I sure hope Abigail never gets tired of these amethysts. Oh, we got some forageables from these otherwise useless tiles I unlocked at the luau. That's kinda nice. We just got the new friend achievement, which means we just hit 5 hearts with Abigail. Those amethysts are really coming through for us. We also just got the copper hoe, the final copper tool upgrade for Tilly, which means our goal for this episode is now complete. Tilly can rest. Until next episode, when we unlock the quarry, even more mine levels, and outline our final list of items to complete the community center. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one. I of course want to thank everybody who supports this channel by being a channel member, with a special shout out to our Mystic members, who are Fitch, K. Arkine, Troy McCown, Not Found, Andrea Burkett, Sharkette, Suyoshi, Little Puppy, Panzeret Viking, Martin the Wizard, Bandito, Tubsy Tub, Buddhist Jesus, Tyler 489, Corbin Medina, Nash Nose, Lavender Butterfly, Matt J, Essential Madness, Jin, Derpy Hooves, Bumby, Jaggers, Red Echo Games, Quest Fallen, Jay, Nyalo, and Everton Jose. Thank you. If you want to join this list, click join below or from my channel page. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.